stay tuned to the Human Pig for more updates, and do hit the like button, share the video, and subscribe to our channel. Hello everyone, welcome to the Human Ping. I'm Vinay Mishra, and today with me I have someone really special, a guy I've known since a long time, a guy who just not only looks really good, come on, look at him, he looks so gorgeous, but he's also one of those actors who can act. So I have with me Sahil Salathia. Sahil, welcome to the Human Ping firstly.
Thank you, my friend. That was a very, very kind introduction.
I
Thank you.
know,
How
right?
are you?
I'm good. I'm just really good with intros, so that's one thing I've been.
That's your forte.
बट अब
All right.
मेरे को आपको वेलकम से आई थिंक मेरे को आपको स्वागत है आपका बोलना चाहिए बिकॉज यू आर मोर इनटू द पीरियड जोन आप उस जोन में है फिलहाल लाइक आई थिंक योर लास्ट वाज पानीपत एंड नाउ पौरुषपुर इज कमिंग
I know, man. But it wasn't a planned decision. Panipat and Paurushpur, it just then. So after Panipat, COVID happened. So Paurushpur got pushed. But when you watch Panipat and Paurushpur, I promise you, there is no similarity. I understand it's a period drama, but Panipat was based on a real story. और जो Paurushpur है, वो basically एक fictional drama है. एंड पानीपत में मैं शमशेर बहादुर का किरदार निभा रहा था, जो कि एक मराठा वॉरियर थे और बहुत ही इम्पोर्टेंट थे मराठा हिस्ट्री में. लेकिन पौरुषपुर में I'm playing the नृत्य guru, and it's a very, very layered character. It's that's why I'm doing it. Otherwise, why would I repeat myself in a period drama? Because this part is wonderfully written, and I think it's going to give people a lot of shockers. So the shock value is very high.
No, listen, we already got shockers. ट्रेलर देख के टीजर देख के जितना भी शॉकर मिला अभी तक बहुत ज्यादा है. I want to understand before I get into my assumptions what this character is probably gonna be like. I want to know what all can you tell me about this character. मुझे इतना पता है he's a dance teacher, नृत्यक
नृत्य गुरु
है वो. So
right.
Apart from that, because honestly I think a lot of politics जो है नृत्य गुरु भी खेल रहे हैं from what I can see from the
right. Of course, because this I have told a lot of my friends from the press that Paurushpur is basically how it's shot and the star cast. उसके बारे में तो बातचीत हो ही रही है, but that is obviously a big plus for the show. But the biggest plus for the show is the screenplay, the script, like how wonderfully it's written. I know a lot of actors say, my series has the most twists and turns, but this one really is written only to shock the people every second moment. Nobody will be able to guess what's going to happen next. And उसमें नृत्य गुरु का बहुत बड़ा हाथ होगा, because the whole story is about politics. The whole story is about not only gender politics, but politics at every level. हर level पे जो politics हो रही है, नृत्य गुरु is quite a layered and a mysterious person. So if you tell me to describe him in one word,
love the smirk on your face while talking with this character, because I can clearly see बहुत कुछ होने वाला है इसके लिए.
Yeah, he's damn mysterious, and with him you can never guess, never.
Now, before I come back to your Nritya Guru character, I'll take ki Panipat and then this second film, again, as you said, it wasn't a pre-planned thing. But tell me, what makes you the candy boy for period films? What makes you a perfect, suitable boy for period films? What do you think?
I don't know. I think unfortunately or fortunately, इस समय क्या हो रहा है? A lot of stories are being made on small towns. But उसमें बहुत गाली गलौच है, बहुत ज़्यादा realism तो है, but I hope people are not getting inspired by the realism also that they see on screen. So as filmmakers, as actors, we all have to be very responsible.
Yeah.
A kick-ass small town story hasn't come to me. See, because I know India में क्या होता है ना, when people like to say, अरे this actor is custom made for this role.
Yeah.
But that kills the whole point of being an actor. अगर मुझे सेम ही किस्म के रोल पूरी जिंदगी करना है, then मैं actor हूँ ही क्यों? Then तो I should do some other business, some other job, because then there is the monotonous feeling to your job. And acting, that's the whole idea. That's why people become actors who are very passionate about acting, that they want to escape the monotonous lifestyle. But in अभी तक मेरे पास कोई amazing small town story आई नहीं है, but I'm telling you, I'll be again ready to kill it in a small town story. I think maybe मेरे बात करने का लहजा ऐसा है, या मेरे the way I dress up, I don't know kya hai, but I hope it's one of the biggest or one of the bigger filmmakers, they come to me and approach me with a small town story next.
I think I would love to. Image makeover for you, because to look at you as a small town guy,
Yeah.
फिलहाल के लिए तो बहुत difficulties हो रही है with some really dashing glasses, shades that you're wearing, with especially after looking at your Instagram.
But because these shades, and this is Sahil. This is
Yeah,
not Bittu or Panku or Chintu from a small town. So
small
when
town.
I'll become a Bittu, I hope nobody has played Bittu already. There are no references to anybody. मैंने ऐसी
Yeah,
नाम जो मेरे ज़हन में
yeah,
आया मैंने
I
बोल दिया.
get that.
If I play a Bittu, for example, like then you will see me change. In Panipat also, you couldn't see Sahil. In Paurushpur also, you will not see Sahil. You will not, even the way I talk in Paurushpur, we've changed it a little. So there's a little huskier tone to him. There's a little that that gale mein kharash kind of tone to him. So I
Huh.
do that homework as an actor because I'm a trained actor from
Hmm.
Barry John. Barry sir taught me himself in his studio. So I know the little nuances of acting, hopefully.
I was actually going to come to this question though. That period films are
Right.
very difficult to make for the directors, for the screenplay writers. It's obviously a magnum opus is very difficult technical wise. I want to
Right.
understand for an actor, from an actor's perspective, what are the things that people don't really know goes through? An actor has to go through for while making these kind of period films. जो कि हमें दिक्कत नहीं आता. हमें तो लगता है कि यार डायलॉग चेंज करा है, कपड़े बस heavy पहन लिए. But what are the things that
Right.
because you've been part of two period films, what do you think?
See, I'll tell you, Vinay. I think the biggest thing is patience. Like जब आप एक urban story करते हैं या फिर एक small town story करते हैं, I'm guessing, and though I have done, I did a festival film called There Will Be Tomorrow, and I did another one called Sailing Through Life, but very
That's
role-driven
all.
films because that's also really my style. I want to like get that creative satisfaction. So I was playing an urban guy, but that was very quick, cut. Like इतना ज़्यादा detailing नहीं होती उसमें. बट जब आप एक पीरियड ड्रामा करते हैं तो उसमें बहुत डिटेलिंग होती है इट्स नॉट ओनली द एक्टर एंड द रिदम बिटवीन द एक्टर्स it's what you see in the background, it's the art direction, it's the choreography, it's the lighting, because even in Paurashpur, to create the world which is set in the 16th century, you need a certain kind of lighting. तो आप
Yeah,
एज एन एक्टर प्रिपेयर हो सकते हैं पर आपका सेट प्रिपेयर होने में आपके साथ जो all the wonderful junior artists and everybody, so you have to get the rhythm correct with so many people that I think people probably don't see, or if they see they don't really register. But I think that's a very big point. बहुत हर चीज बहुत ही बारीकी से, पेशेंस से, डिटेलिंग से करनी पड़ती है in a
yeah.
period drama.
That makes a lot of sense also. Coming back to your character, Nritya Guru, I think I'm going to take some time to start pronouncing it right. So I have seen certain bits to be teaser trailer mein dikha hai. I think quite gutsy of you to play a character like that. I've seen a few scenes. I don't know exactly, which is why I said that I haven't seen much, but few scenes with you and Milind sir. I want to understand first and foremost when you were offered, when you were told that these are the things that you'll have to go through, certain intimate, bold scenes. What was your first reaction? First question that, then I'll ask you the later one.
Oh, yeah, so I'll tell you very honestly. See, bold as a word is something I don't understand, Vinay. Like,
Hmm.
see, basically, you're telling a story. If it's
Yeah,
a part of your character sketch, it's a part of your character sketch. Sexuality is a part of all our lives. Now, it depends what your sexuality is, it depends what your romantic inclination is. So, there is nothing wrong with it till you shoot it aesthetically and beautifully.
hmm.
The idea is not like, for example, in this series, we are representing the LGBTQ community also, but that's been done very tastefully. People are going to be very proud of how it's presented. They're not going to be upset. There are no caricatures in the show. In Indian cinema and entertainment, we love to make caricatures for people. Oh,
Absolutely.
this person is from Northeast, ये ऐसे दिखेगा, ऐसे बात करेगा. This person is, for example, homosexual, ये ऐसे बात करेगा, ऐसे कपड़े पहनेगा. पर ऐसा होता नहीं है. In real life, we all have sexuality is just a very small part of who we are. It's ultimately about so many things, about your job, about your friends, about your hobbies, lots of things. So when I read the script, I knew that on paper it looked very good and it sounded very good, and I had no apprehensions because I knew that it'll be done very aesthetically. But when it came to execution from the paper, it's done even better. I think we've shot it even more beautifully than what I thought. And intimacy, I have a certain amount of intimacy in the show, but I won't tell you how much. But it's whatever there is, it's very, very tastefully done, and it will not disturb anybody's eyes. It's very beautifully shot. And with Milind, because Milind and I get along very well. He's such a rock star. Everybody loves him. He's such a cool guy. He's always
Yeah.
very positive, and he's always he's extremely
Just
extremely
positive vibes
nice.
always around him. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, extremely nice co-actor to have. You know, like not only Milind, to be honest, even Shilpa was a delight to work with. She's wonderful. So even so many others. You know, Anuji is such a legend. He was such a pleasure to work with. So I think sometimes that also makes a difference. You know, who's on the in your cast and who are you going to
Now,
be
let me
sharing
ask
screen
you
time
this.
with?
Let me ask you this. If it wasn't Milind Soman playing
Yeah.
that character, would you have been comfortable playing and acting the sequence, or does a co-actor, having a certain co-actor makes it a little easier? What
Uh,
was
to,
it for you?
yeah, to be honest, for me, the most important thing is the script and my part.
Hmm.
Co-actors and who else is playing what comes secondary. You know, like of course it's very very important, but it's not the most important thing. If it wasn't Milind and if it was some other co-actor I had, I would have probably still done it. But I always like to see who the rest of the star cast is. That's just my style because I think when acting is about action reaction, it does
Yeah.
not matter how good you say your lines or how in the moment you are, but if the actor in front of you unfortunately is not so into his craft, then you are also going to look like an idiot. There is no way that you are the only thing that's going to shine in the scene.
Yeah.
If there are two people, both of them have to shine because it's action reaction. That's what acting is.
Yeah.
So because Milind, because he's quite a good actor, and in this I think he's going to shock everybody with how committed he is, and he's looking great, and he's done his part extremely well. So even if it wasn't Milind, I would have just seen. I mean, who are the other co-actors? But it's not about who do I have screen time with and who do I not have screen time with. That's not really the top of my priorities.
I want to now talk about your co-actors. I think the series has really popular names, not just popular, but well-established names like Shilpa Shinde,
Right,
Annu Kapoor. There's obviously Shaheer Sheikh, who's
right,
you know sort of the heartthrob of the television. So
right.
the star cast looks truly comprising. I want to understand what was it to be on the set of Paurushpur? What was it to have such really talented people on the set and work together in tandem?
It was a pleasure because, firstly, if you have really legendary actors like Anuji, you automatically learn a lot. Shilpa and I get along like fire. We laugh so much. She's so funny, and like we get along so well. So all the scenes we've had a blast shooting them because both of us have very similar sense of humor and we laugh a lot.
Okay.
Not in on camera,
Yeah.
behind the camera, but and with Milind, like I said, like absolute pleasure. He's an amazing guy. And Shahir and I actually we are both from Jammu. Like we are both from Jammu, so that's one common factor we had. But in this ensemble cast of these wonderful actors, you have to watch the series to see who has what kind of equation with the other actor,
Character.
because they're all intermingled, they're all interlinked. But right now, I can't tell you who's interlinked with who at what capacity. But even there are some other wonderful actors. Like there is Paulomi, she's great in
Follow
the
me. Yeah.
series. Yeah, there is Anant is there, Aditya is there. There's so many other actors. Like they're all wonderful. Now, of course, I like my equation is with a few, but they're all wonderful to be on set with.
I want to talk about your Jammu guy from Jammu, Shahid. I'm sure you had a certain interaction with him. I'm sure you would know Ruchika because you're working with Alt. So,
Right,
what was your reaction when you got to know that the two of them who recently got married, the two of them got married?
right,
So, what was your
right.
reaction? I want to understand. Were you on the sets? Were you still working? What was it, that situation like?
So I think they make a wonderful couple, and I think they look like a match made in heaven because both of them are very cute looking and good
Yeah,
looking kind of people. Both, you know what I mean? Like
yeah,
they make a very
adorable.
beautiful couple is the word. Yeah, 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 very aesthetically pleasing couple. So I'm very happy for them, and of course on set we've had interaction, but again, like I said. I can't tell you what interaction we have on camera. And off camera, it was very pleasant. And of course, I wish both of them all the love and luck. And I'm sure they're having a great married life already.
But were you aware about this secret wedding? Because it was quite secret. It just happened
Uh,
very.
yes, but to be honest, like when we were filming, because Paurashpur was spread over a period of time, filming Paurushpur.
Hmm.
So then I don't think it was really out as yet, and
Yeah,
he hadn't spoken about it. So I think it's been like slightly hush hush, but I think that's their decision, and it's great.
that's great. Absolutely great. Now I want to understand what's next for you. before I'll get back to a few other questions, what's next for you? Like, where is Sahil aiming to go next? What are his next plans? Because I think Paurashpur is gonna release in 2 days. So I think right now you're in that space, Paurashpur space. But what
Right.
happens next? What happens later?
So I start filming for my next in about a month and a half. But obviously, we are not going to talk about it because it'll be not so respectful to Paurashpur, because right now it's the Paurashpur era for me. And I'm very, very happy with how it's turned out. And I'm very thankful to the entire team. And, my filmmaker, Sachindra Watts, he's so good. Like, he's made everybody look amazing and he shot it so beautifully. Ekta, ma'am, she's such a genius, like everybody knows. She's legendary. And I think she's killed it with Paurushpur, and I'm sure people will agree when they'll watch it. But next, my idea in life is we need to do parts which are not what everybody else is doing. The point is to do interesting roles. The
Yeah.
point is to play protagonists or to play an antagonist or to play uh, people with shades, people where I have scope to perform, because otherwise it gets damn boring. But I can drop my wish to the universe here. Next, I would love to do an urban story, like just Sahil on screen, because I think people love that also. And all the parts I've done, I have to transform a lot into somebody else. So I think, yeah, I would love to do those easy breezy parts also now.
Sending the positive vibes to the universe, and
Yeah, yeah,
hopefully,
positive vibes.
hopefully you'll get to hear, you'll get a call that, hey Sahil, we have got a good story for you.
Yeah.
Lastly, I want to ask, with Paurushpur, I think there's so much of, not just enigma, but there's so much hype. It is touted to be one of the biggest digital series of the country
Right,
right now. It is
right,
obviously there are going to be comparisons made with Game of Thrones. Like, I think it's
right,
inevitable. I want to
right.
understand, does that put you in any kind of pressure that, oh, there are comparisons got to be made, oh, it's one of the biggest series and stuff like that, or there's more like a pride feeling in you that, hey, I'm part of one of the biggest series, and it's being compared to GOT? What's the headspace like?
So I would say it's what you've said in the later half of the question, because see, Vinay, we didn't have a reference point that, hey guys, hey Sahil, we are recreating Game of Thrones. Okay, that's the no. It's Paurushpur is supposed to be a brand in itself, and that's what we've aimed for and worked for. But if you're going to compare it to iconic things like Game of Thrones, or I even heard Padmavat from a few people in the press. Also, I read it. So it's still a huge compliment, because they're all iconic brands, and especially Game of Thrones, man. Like, that's something else. So the idea is to feel a sense of pride, but I would still tell you that yes, it is. Again, it is being said as one of the biggest or the biggest web series that has been made in India as an Indian production. But I can't wait for people to watch it, and then they can give us the feedback.
And I really can't wait to watch it myself, because, as I told you, I've been really excited to watch this series, because I think Magnum Opus in generally excites me a lot. So I'm
Awesome,
really
awesome.
waiting, especially it has you, so I'll have to watch anyway. So
Yeah, man. Yes.
but again,
Yes.
Sahil, thank you so much for having a lovely conversation. It's always lovely to have a tea to tea with you. And
Thank you. Thank you. It's
best wishes
always a
for the
pleasure
show.
talking to you.
Best wishes for the show, and hope to see you soon. I think next time
Yes,
we मिलेंगे तो real में मिले. Presents
for
की
sure. Done. Done deal. And it was a
and
pleasure talking to you.
thank you so much, Sahil. Thanks. That was Sahil Salathia with us, guys. Stay tuned to the Human Pig for more updates, and do hit the like button, share the video, and subscribe to our channel. Thank you so much.